Close racing coming off the corner. Mark Martin and Greg Moore almost touch coming off. That may give Earnhardt the advantage. Here comes Jeff Gordon to the extreme inside.
And that dark blue car is Kenny Breck, the Indy 500 champion, as he tries to get by Bobby Labonte. And up front, a challenge for the lead.
Jeff Burton goes into the lead on the short chute between turns 1 and 2. He takes over the command of the race from Eddie Cheever.
Now Dave Marcus is trying to take over that second spot.
And we have a crash. Greg Moore is in the fence. He was the guy that was running up on high at the high side of the track and may have gotten too high.
Yeah, that I can almost assure you that was going to happen. Mark was real kind to him there in that one situation. That doesn't go on forever.
And so they are under caution and will come back to the stripe. There is Moore's disabled car sitting on the warm-up lane. And there's some damage to at least the left rear of the car.
Yeah, I think most of the damage is on the left side. It's kind of all bowed up on the right side here, like it took a pretty good look on the other side.
But I did see Greg Moore taking the steering wheel off the car, so obviously he's okay.
Dave Marcus running in second position. That is Dale Jarrett, who has moved up to third. And Eddie Cheever, who led the first few laps, has dropped back to fourth position. Bobby Labonte behind him. There is Greg Moore. He's okay.
Now, one would assume that Dave Marcus has somewhat of an advantage,
because he and Jim Sauter and Dick Trickle set up all these race cars, and they have mile after mile. Let's see, Dale Earnhardt is riding along right behind Greg Moore, and Greg Moore just gets his air taken off the spoiler, gets behind on his steering, and just never catches up.
Yeah, you know what you call that, Benny?
What's that?
That's the hospital wobble.
Well, it's not going to result in a hospital stay for Greg Moore because he is out of the car and okay, but the same cannot be said for his car. Back with more of IROC 23 and race number 4 in just a moment.
Welcome back, everyone, to our Wide World of Sports mobile update. In kart racing news today, qualifying took place in the Tenneco Automotive Grand Prix of Detroit, which you can see tomorrow here on ABC. With a report, here's Paul Page.
Well, Robin, here on Belle Isle in Detroit, the remarkable rookie Juan Montoya has done it again. He took the pole, but on his fastest lap, he hit the wall not once, but twice. Glancing blows, he has the pole. We'll have coverage of the Tenneco Automotive Grand Prix of Detroit tomorrow on ABC.
And today here on ABC, the Brickyard 400, Dale Jarrett simply dominated, leading 117 of the 160 laps for his second Brickyard 400. Bobby Labonte was second, followed by the pole sitter, Jeff Gordon. The yellow flag is out at IROC 23. We will return to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in just a moment. Come on back.
This Wide World of Sports update brought to you by Mobile One. Nothing outperforms Mobile One.
12 drivers began this race here today at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. One has been eliminated. Here is the restart order. Now, the order in which you saw the cars come down the straightaway just after the caution is not the restart order because we go back to the previous green lap for the restart order, and so Eddie Cheever is the leader. Now, Greg Moore is the driver eliminated from today's IROC competition, but he received great news just today when it was announced that Roger Penske has signed Greg Moore and Gilles de Ferran for the Kart FedEx Championship Series in the year 2000. Set to go back to green.
And as you see, the IROC Series restarts, double file.
And look at Jeff Burton get to the inside of Eddie Cheever for the restart. Yellow flag laps don't count, so this begins lap number 3.
Yeah, there's a considerable amount of draft down these long straightaways, so the sooner you can tuck in and get in line, the quicker you're going to get away from everybody else.
Dale Earnhardt is in the yellow car, Jeff Gordon in the cream-colored car, but both of them being passed by Mark Martin as Kenny Breck is on the high side of the racetrack.
Well, you can do it. That looks so easy. It looks like those guys almost let him do that, but if you get a run on guys across that short chute, you can really blow by them just like that.
Now Mark Martin is going by the purple car of Dave Marcus, but Dale Earnhardt is following him, and that's exactly what he said he needed to do. Just follow Mark. He'll win the championship if he stays right behind Mark Martin. And so far, that's exactly what he's doing. And look at Cheever and Burton trying to check out on this group of cars.
Yeah, they're hooked up together. And, you know, the thing about Mark and Dale, Mark has dominated this series for the last 3 years. So the fact that Dale realizes that, he's going to take advantage of it.
Here's Jeff Gordon on the inside of Dale Earnhardt trying to take a spot away. He will. Earnhardt dives in behind Jeff Gordon. And that's Dale Jarrett in the lime-colored car. Mark Martin.
Mark's got him a little move across that short chute. He drops that thing to the inside and puts a nose under everybody coming into 2 there and gets a run on them.
Mark Martin is a 4-time IROC champion, has won the last 3 years in a row. Now, there is a mathematical chance that he could win here today, but as the laps go by and Martin not up front, the chances of him getting the championship dwindle because he's got to pick up some bonus points for leading this race.
Well, there's 40 laps, long way to go yet.
No, that's true. Up front, we have Eddie Cheever, followed by Jeff Burton. And now we see Bobby Labonte running in 3rd position and looking to the inside of Jeff down the long front straightaway.
Did you see Burton stick his hand out the window tell Labonte to go on by? Gave him a little signal, said, you got the inside, take it.
Bobby Labonte started in 9th position, has worked his way up to the 2nd spot.
And you know, you think on a track like this, Benny, it'd be really hard to start in the back and work your way to the front. But boy, it seems to work better for the guys in the back than it does in the front.
And you know, so often IROC, they say that, well, these cars don't compete well on a flat track, that they're best suited for the high banks of Talladega. Well, we've seen a lot of passing and a lot of good racing just in the first 4 laps here this afternoon.
Bobby Labonte has taken the lead from Eddie Cheever. Mark Martin has now moved into 2nd spot. 3rd spot, and Jeff Burton now back to 4th. And here comes Jeff Gordon in the cream-colored car, followed by Dale Earnhardt.
Already up to 6th position is Dale Earnhardt as he goes for the clean sweep in 1999.
You know, this racetrack, it's a momentum racetrack. If you can stay in the throttle off of the short, across the short chute and off of 2 and off of 4, you get a really good run down the straightaway, and that's how you make some good passes. Mark's car looks like he's handling awfully good because watch him duck under Burton right here.
See the speeds up there in the upper left. Ooh,
maybe not.
Cheever trying to block the progress of Mark Martin.
Oh yeah, it was Cheever. I seen, yeah, Cheever. He knows this racetrack pretty darn well too.
As a matter of fact, Jeff Gordon goes by Jeff Burton. Along comes Dale Earnhardt. If Earnhardt can stay in this position, he will be the IROC champion for 1999.
We've watched 3 of these things, Benny, and every time we say, well, it looks like Dale didn't have a very good car today. And by the end of the day, he's up there gouging for the win.
Bobby Labonte is the leader of the race. We're watching the action back of him. Everybody back of him. About the next 6 cars are lined up nose to tail. Down the straightaway, once again, they come to complete lap number 6. Eddie Cheever running 2nd.
It really seems if you can get away from everybody and get kind of in a groove by yourself, you can make good time around here and actually pull away a little bit.
Once again, Cheever goes down and blocks that move of Mark Martin.
He must have, does he have a camera in his car or something? He must see what Mark was doing because he's taking that move away from him.
Now watch him down the backstretch. Martin goes to the inside, has got Jeff Gordon behind him, Dale Earnhardt behind him, and they are going to say so long, or at least a couple of cars are, to Eddie Cheever.
Tell you what, Cheever keeps cutting people off like that. They'll be saying that so long to Eddie Cheever for all day.
Jeff Burton back there trying to get on the inside of Dave Marcus, did not quite make it. That's Marcus in the purple car and Jeff Burton in the red car.
And again, Dave Marcus is substituting for Adrian Fernandez, who has injured his wrist. He has been taken to a hospital here in Indianapolis for further treatment, but apparently no serious injury, which we are very glad to report for Adrian Fernandez. And so 7 laps have been completed here in IROC 23, race number 4. The leader is Bobby Labonte, followed by Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon. Back with more after these messages.